Hi, welcome back to Combolocus University. This is Dave, and we're at session 5.1 Selling Goods on Live Streaming for Beginners. Now, this is a perfect lesson for those who want to become influencers, but they don't know how. And also, if you want to do it on TikTok platform or some other third-party social media like Facebook or Instagram, but we focus in particular to TikTok. And the best way to make money, this is one of the best ways to make money on internet nowadays, is if you can become a live host on your live session and then sell goods directly to your audience. That's a really good way to make money. The successful ones, they make millions every year. So you can imagine, like this is not just a potential for a side job, but also is a replacement, a complete replacement, not just for full time income, but also the best way, one of the best ways to generate wealth for your family. So to get started, we currently on part one, which is selling goods on live streaming. We have some other subsequent videos on related to the same topic. So if you are interested, please stay tuned to our subsequent lessons as well. So there are a couple of factors that we want to go through in this lessons in regards to selling on live streaming. And the first part is environment. So what we mean by environment uh, is really kind of the background of your live streaming room. What kind of background do you have? What kind of backdrops do you use? What kind of basically when what like how do you present your room in a pleasant manner so that when people look at it, like they feel, oh wow, you know like it has the vibe, the energy to attract people to come and look at you. So so we have been so Campalocus has been working with many live streamers in the past, and typically we provide like studios to our live host, and so there can be like many types of live streaming backgrounds. The first type will be like either like a studio that we offer at Compalocus, which is we give you like a say like a table, and and then you can have lots of products on the table, and immediately people see that you're selling goods. And the studio rooms, basically it has sample products that you can just like do demos in front of the camera directly. The second type of environment is if like some live streamers, they prefer to say go outdoor, and they do their own filming in front of say in front of say like a lake or like a river, mountains, and then like as they keep walking, they just like keep talking. So basically, in this case, like if you're doing it using like a say like a mountain or like a lake, it gives people a sense of like relaxation. It makes them feel relaxing. um Yeah, so that's the common backgrounds that we see from the live streamers that we work with. And the second thing, which is very important, is you shall have a sufficient lighting, because a dark room, like it makes people feel negative, and it's also bad for for their eyes as they keep watching. And for live sessions, we recommend doing it for a minimum of 2 hours. So you definitely want your audience to feel uh, pleasant, and that when they look at the screen they feel comfortable. So that's why it's important to have enough lighting, and we definitely recommend like a white, like very bright and white light color for your live session rooms, mainly because like it makes it is clear what you're showing. The product is easy to see what kind of products you're showing, and is if they can see things clearly, that increases the trust and the desire to buy from you. So a, a room with like sufficient lighting. So also the product area shall be clean. Like obviously no one wants to look at a messy room. They want to see everything being organized so that is comfortable. So this is why if you happen to rent one of our studios to do live streaming, then you have to clean up after yourself. Basically, whoever uses the room, they shall all clean up before other people can have a chance to use it. This is good for you and also good for the public as well. So in terms of the equipment, we mentioned it's recommended to have at least like 2 or 3 phones. The one that you use for live streaming and for creating short videos for TikTok, that one has to be like a very good quality phone. And we recommend at least like an iPhone 8, mainly because the camera is good, and also with sufficient hard drives to process the videos. So so the reason so we previously talked about why it has to be one account per phone is mainly because TikTok's algorithm determines that if your phone has more than one account, then they just restrict the traffic. Uh, uh, that means you they restrict the amount of viewers that can watch your video, and that is not good for you if you want to grow your followers and become an influencer. So that's why it's important to have we have one phone just for hosting the live session and also creating the short videos, and another phone for you for doing like administrative task. Say if you want to say give likes and see what other audience would ask you questions during the live session. And sometimes if you for those of you who hire assistants to help you to host your live session, the assistant preferably will also have his own phone so that he can check any questions directed to you by the audience. So at least 2 or 3 phones, and also we definitely need like a light compensator. So if you buy like a phone stand, usually it comes with like a light compensator in like a ring shape, and like basically it provides like some extra bright white light for you to when you're doing filming, this is a really necessary item because especially if you filming outdoor, many times you don't have sufficient lighting, and this is why having a light compensator attached to like a phone holder is really important to have. And we also recommend you to have a PC, like a desktop computer. It's mainly for editing. So for those of you who are comfortable with using your smartphone to do all the editings, it's great. But there are also people who prefer to use like software on their own computers, or like some people just prefer to upload videos onto like other platforms like say YouTube. So definitely having kind of like a PC for extra editing or for doing administrative tasks like is definitely, it comes in handy. So what kind of mindset shall you get yourself ready for? Well, it's very important to be confident in the product that you are trying to sell. It's because no one wants to buy a product from a guy who doesn't even know what the product is. And this is I'm sure you wouldn't want to buy from that person and me as well. So this is why it's important to deal with someone who knows the product in and out. And if you want to be that person who sells to your audience, you better know your product well and have an honest opinion about what that product can really do for your audience. Meaning that if products that are straight out not good without any like quality assurance, basically it's just better rather not to sell, because your reputation depends on it. If the product is not good and you don't deal with the dissatisfaction of your clients in a professional way, people are just not going to believe you a second time anymore. The world is cruel. You lose your trust, you lose it forever. So that's why you better double check the quality of the product, like really make sure it delivers what it promises before you even like try to show it to your clients. It's either like you have the confidence is basically either you have the trust, or you just completely lose it. So confidence in your own service basically is the same thing. Like an example is, does the factory say if you sell on behalf of like a factory owner, like you in a, say basically you make a certain commission when you can facilitate sell for a factory owner. So what that really means is, um, in the case if the customer is not happy with the quality, like it just doesn't match with the expectations that your buyer has initially, then do you have some kind of guarantee that they can get the refund if they just don't if they just want to return it? We recommend what that really means is, if they ship the product back, do they still have to pay a shipping fee? And we recommend that they shouldn't, because because then basically no one wants to pay for shipping for returning something they don't even want. As simple as that. So I mean, does your factory owner have some kind of policies in place to, like, for return products without any shipping fees? And also, is it like a really quick refund? How long does your buyer wait to get the refunds back? This is a big deal, because if it takes like say 2 or 3 months, in order to get the money back, then they may hesitate to want to buy from you again, because no one wants to feel like a loser. So confidence in your emotion, like in the case that your potential buyer raises say any doubts on the either the quality or the anything, basically any quality about your products, like they feel, oh, shall I trust you, I don't know if I shall trust you, oh, the quality seems bad, then basically you have to learn how to control your emotions, be confident in who you are, and it actually offers a perfect opportunity for you to to resolve all those uncertainties that your uh, potential buyers may have, like say, oh, I'm not sure about like the quality of this, because when I look at like the similar product from a different, from like a physical store or from another live session, like the other product seems to be cheaper and plus it's the same as yours. Well, then obviously you can talk about why your product is unique. Try to clarify that. Like if you charge a higher price compared to other people, like why? There must be a reason, right? Um, you must have your own reason for charging a higher price, right? Or um, basically explain to them why, what your reason is, and how your product is unique, and in the case if they really want to return a product, like just talk about the fact that you have a great policy in place that they wouldn't be required to pay for any shipping and can get a refund straight, so that straighten out the uncertainties, and that increases the chance for them to buy from you. So how do you prepare for your operation? Well, live selling on live streaming is is a sales operation. So so there are lots of events ongoing, like because you typically we require the live streaming to be at least a minimum 2 hours for it to be long enough to to get any to get any meaningful followers, like to get any momentums. So there are lots of events during like a 2 hour live streaming, and you just have to examples would be are you going to play any games, any lotteries, like to give out like free gifts, or you have to uh, allocate certain, like I guess, products as like a free gifts, so that just to attract people to follow you because you're giving them benefits, right? So there are lots of these kind of like events that give out benefits that you shall kind of get ready for. You shall plan ahead, and and uh, and what kind of things you want to do, like during the live session, like say say the first 5 or 6 minutes you want to do a self introduction, and after that maybe do kind of like a lottery gaming, like like whoever wins the lottery like can get like a free hand cream, say. And then after that you want to maybe take about 20 minutes each to talk about like each products, and say you have like and if you want to discuss about like say 10 products during that session, then yeah, you know what you how you organize your talks so that it looks organized. So selecting the right assistant and the host. So many times if you're the host, then yeah, obviously you try to become organized, right? But there's in certain cases you may even want to consider hiring an assistant, like to kind of help you out on a certain on the live sessions, like because there are lots of ongoing work during a live streaming session, like say uh say a certain follower, certain audience may ask you a question about certain product, and you do want to give them an answer like as quick as possible. So this is why having someone to kind of help you on your job, like it only makes your job easier, and also giving a better experience to your audience. And and as for Compalocus, we have worked with different like host, live streaming host, and also assistants on making their live sessions a big success. So product selections, obviously we talk about being confident in what you're selling. So to do a good job on this, you need to select products that you want to sell. Ideally, you yourself have used it, and you if only if you humbly and honestly like it, then you will recommend it to other people, because at the end of the day, your reputation is on the line. If you say if your audience have a bad experience, and you can't even um, have like a valid reason, then basically your trust is gone. Like they don't trust you anymore, and this is why it directly affects your reputation. So make sure that you select products that have guaranteed like a standard of quality. And last but not least, rehearsal. Practice, practice, practice. The more you talk, the more confident you become as an influencer, the better the verbal expressions you will have. Because ultimately, uh, in order to become good at something, you just need to put in the time to practice. So if you're not good at talking in front of big groups of people, or you're just not good at just even talking to any people, you have to invest in yourself, like get some time to practice, and you will only get better, and you have nothing to lose. So also, so growing life host with no foundation. So if you want to grow to become like a professional live streamer, we strongly recommend you to, because you're going to do live streaming a lot. So for most of the people, is 2 hours a day, and besides that, you do have to create short videos, at least one per day on TikTok. So it's lots of work. We recommend that you have a standardized system, like so something that you are going you're going to, so you're going to create like a system, so something that you can follow every single day, so it becomes a routine, not just for yourself but also for your audience to follow. And if you keep doing that every single day, it instills like trust and confidence, not just for yourself but also for your audience, because they feel easy to follow something, uh, and to develop a habit for them to listen to you every day, rather than having something non-standardized that every day is a surprise. Then basically it's easier to fall on a system um, that makes it comfortable for you and your audience. So also like selling different combinations of products. As we say, if you only sell like one type of product, like often at times you may find that it doesn't really give you like an advantage, mainly because, but if you can sell in bulk, like say if you sell like say the Laurier Paris hand cream, right? Like you're selling the same thing as a physical store, and how do you, and often at times if you want to make profit, like you have to change the strategy. So instead of like just selling one unit of item, like you may want to bundle it. So what happens is if your audience buy more, then they can have they can buy then basically they can have like a good discount. Basically don't just so basically like change up the format on how you sell. So if you sell in bulk, like say like a Costco or like a Price Smart, then it makes it easy. It makes it basically it gives you like a strategic advantage on changing your price tag. Also standardize live streaming process and repeating every time. Like because you're going to do live streaming like once per day and 2 hours each day, like it's a lot easier for you and also for your audience if you have like a system in place. Like an example is uh say uh say 1 hour before you start, you always like send out messages to your followers that you're about to begin. And then once you start, then you do maybe spend 5 or 6 minutes on like greeting like your followers, and then you do like a lottery draw, like just to kind of increase, like just to make everyone excited a little bit. And then after that, you introduce your product. So basically, it's a system in place that that makes that makes everything kind of like a system. So every time if you just follow that system, not only will you get better in doing live streaming, but also it's easier for your audience to anticipate what you're going to talk about. So demo, like well during your live session, it's important to kind of uh, not just to talk about the product, but if you can give some kind, if you can just do some testing on what you sell, like say if you sell hand cream, right, or you try to sell like a kitchen tool or say like a cutting board. Oh, so how does this product bring out value for your audience? So it's a lot easier to really do it in front of them than to say how it works. Is they can understand a lot easier about what what it does for them rather than just like saying it out without doing any demos. So today we went through a couple of guess beginner tips on how you conduct your live streaming sessions. We talk about how you prepare the environment of your live streaming session, like say what kind of backgrounds you use, what kind of backdrops you use. It directly affects the vibe, like the energy that you try to project to your audience. Also, what kind of equipment you shall have. It's important to have a good phone, like a really like a good quality phone, especially when you do live streaming. Also, like a light compensator, enough lighting, very important. And also any editing tools if you have a PC to do your editing work. Also how do you prepare your mindset, definitely be organized, like think about what you want to talk before you do anything. And also how do you run the show, because you are the director, you are the host. How do you want to run this session so that people will like it, they feel pleasant, and they can trust you. And last but not least, how do you like how do you standardize your whole live streaming sessions to make it like a routine for you, and also a potential a routine for your audience? Because if they know the format of your show, then it makes them feel that you're trustworthy. So thank you everyone, and this is Compalocus University. I'm Dave. Look forward to you to watch other sessions as well. Stay tuned.